Qui Gon Jinn is quite literally one of the most important Jedis in all of Star Wars history. He truly is the symbol of the Force. He only follows the Force and only listens to the way of the living Force. One of the main reasons is because during this time, the Jedi had completely lost sight of the living Force and how to operate within it. They only wanted to listen and focus on politics. And it's not just the politics that the Jedi were fully focused on. I know a lot of people like to mention that. Of course, it's one of the main core reasons of what the Jedi fell for, but ultimately, the Jedi were seeking to control the Force. They thought the Chosen One prophecy was all for them. They thought every prophecy was to only be for them. They also believed in controlling the Force through detachment and serenity. Ultimately, the dark side and the light side are just mirrors of each other. They all are vying for control. And this is brought out perfectly in Revenge of the Sith when Palpatine and Yoda finally cross blades. This is the final point in which George Lucas wanted to explain and show that Yoda had truly lost. He failed as the Grand Master of the Jedi, and now the Jedi are ruined. And that the Jedi had completely lost their way at this point. The moment that Yoda raised his lightsaber is when Palpatine knew he had won. Because the Jedi were no longer protectors of peace, they were no longer looking for serenity or balance. So every single time Ian McDiarmid would laugh during this fight, George Lucas wanted to portray that he had finally won. Not because he was winning the fight or anything along those lines, it's mainly because the pure fact that he was making the Grand Master of the Jedi act outside of himself. The lengths that Yoda went to fight Palpatine during this fight, he had finally made Yoda crack. That's what mainly made Palpatine more excited and happy and made him cackle and laugh. Qui Gon Jinn was quite the opposite of this. Qui Gon only followed the Force and only engaged in fights if the Force had him willed to be in this fight. Qui Gon's understanding of the Force transcended even Yoda's. This is exactly why Qui Gon was able to train with the Wills and understand how to become a Force ghost first. If the Force had willed Qui Gon into a fight, he would engage in that battle. If the Force wanted him to back out of a fight, he would back out of the fight entirely. He only wanted the Force and the living Force to have its way. The Force dictated every single last one of Qui Gon's moves, and this is entirely why he is such an incredible Jedi. This is also one of the reasons why Qui Gon Jinn never actually joined the Jedi Council, although he had enough knowledge and wisdom in order to do so. Instead of viewing the Force as light and dark, Qui Gon viewed it as a whole. He viewed it as one thing. And he would follow the will of the Force even if it meant his demise, which he ended up meeting his demise due to Maul. This is one of the main reasons why Yoda exiled himself to Dagobah, because he had to grow a connection with the Force itself. It also seemed why he was a little bit crazy while he was on Dagobah itself, because he was finally free. It's not that he was crazy, it's that he could finally be himself. He was no longer this Grand Master of the Jedi, just a person trying to deepen their connection with the Force. And this is exactly why A New Hope is such an important title to Star Wars, because he was able to impart this information onto Luke Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker pretty much became the exact thing that Yoda was supposed to be. Luke was patient, Luke was understanding, and ultimately Luke decided to only follow the Force and only the living Force. That is why with his Grand Master, when he became a Grand Master, he had completely disassociated from the Republic. Luke ultimately understood that he only had to follow the Force, and if he were to lead any Covenant Jedi, they would have to only follow the Force as well. But anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. May the Force be with you guys, and as always, have a great rest of your day.